Hi everyone, we're going to show you how to use the new groups feature on SpeedQuizzing 4. It's quite different to the groups feature on SpeedQuizzing Live, so don't confuse the two. SpeedQuizzing, this is mainly being used for people in places where they've got restrictions on teams sitting together at a table. In the UK, you might be watching from somewhere else. At the time of filming this in the UK, it's very much, there's all this social distancing stuff going on where you're not meant to sit. So I'm going to show you how you would use this in a situation where you've got a team of people who would usually sit at a table together, but because of the situation they can't. Okay, that team is, let's say that's Simple Minds at the bottom there. So the first thing you need to know, this will be a refresher for most of you, that you can use a colour feature where you can just colour any team. They're your teams on the side, so let's make them blue because they're my favourite team. Let's make these teams red because they are new teams or something like that. So you can use it for whatever reason you want. There, I've coloured them teams. Now you can either use the colours the same as they are here for the traditional reason, or you can use them in the new way. You can't really mix and match. It's either for using traditionally or for in the new groups feature. If you want to use the groups feature, you've got to enable it in here. Watch this. Team grouping, I've just clicked there in the preferences and I click it. It says, are you sure you want to do this? Because that'll lose all my colours what I already had in there. They've gone, you see. So let's say we're going to, the team, so this, a scenario is Simple Minds here are a group of 5 or 6 people who always like to sit together and play together, but because they don't live in the same house under the new rules, they're not allowed to sit together. So Simple Minds, I'm going to create, let's make them the green team, and I'm going to make a group called Simple Minds. Simple Minds. Okay, you'll see I've left that ticked averaged rather than totaled. You'll see why I'm doing that later. Click update, close that, and now what I'm going to do, the difference is now when I click on a team, instead of saying what colour, it gives me a list of groups instead, including Simple Minds in there, the green team. So I'm going to kick Simple Minds out, their team. Now they're all going to connect as individuals now. You can see, you should be able to see the little thing, our Jean's pressing the things for us. She's going to rename Simple Minds to like an individual name. So imagine this is a team who usually sit together who are going to split up into 4 different tables, which is extreme, I know, but it does go on. It might be nothing to do with social distancing. You might have a team, a group of people who all like to sit at the same table but play against each other, but want them to count as one team when it gets to the scores at the end. So you can see Neil's now joined, Dave and Jean, Big John, Sarah and a mum. That's usually Simple Minds. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Neil, and I'm going to assign Neil to Simple Minds, the green team. Same with Dave and Jean. Same with Big John. Same with Sarah and her mum. Okay, and let's do a quiz question. 4 points, blah blah, doesn't matter. In what city was George Washington inaugurated as the first president of the United States? The answer is, let's have a sneaky look at the answer, New York City. Put the answers in for us, our Jean, on a few of them. 10 seconds starts now. So this is going to behave totally normal, how it normal would in a normal quiz, with if the groups weren't in. 8 teams answered correct. The answer is New York City. So you can see Neil got the bonus point. Fastest correct answer. Neil, well done. It shows me on there that he's part of the green team when it flashes up on my screen, so I can say Neil got the 5 points. Now the whole point of this is nothing's different. You'll be thinking, well, that's not different to anything we've ever seen before, but what you can do now is there's a shortcut which is also up here in the preferences, or in the SpeedQuizzing menu. You can see there, I click view, I can see it says toggle grouped scores in team list, and the shortcut is Windows and G, but I'll just do it. There you go. So what that's done there, it's turned it from individuals and it's now showing them as one team. Simple Minds. It shows you that it's a group team on the end. You can see it's the green team, and what it's doing there is it's totaled all the scores up and made an average. So you've got 3.3 average. That's where they are on the leaderboard. You see how it works, and I can toggle that by doing that. So that's showing the individuals, that's showing them as groups. Okay, let's imagine we've got 2 groups playing. I'm just going to do this Shazam. Right. As if by magic, I've done another group now. Jackie and Ben are now on the purple team, which was comfortably numb. Do that. They've got no points, average score of none. Let's give everyone some points magically. And now what you'll see we've got, you can see that we've got, they're the individual names. Ben and Jackie were comfortably numb. And now if I do Command and G, you can see that's their average score. Comfortably Numb, Simple Minds are showing as one team instead of, even though we know that there's multiple devices playing on that team. That's kind of how it works. What else can I show you? I can show you that when you do the scores, so that's like a temporary way of having a look, so you can see. If you want to use it on the score reader, you can do the same. So if you were in between a round and you click scores there, you'll see group display mode is off, so it's reading through the scores as individuals. Yeah. However, if you change it to grouped, it does what it did before using the shortcut, and it shows them as single entities. Likewise, if you've got this ticked at grouped, and you're in the middle of a round, that even though that's showing as singles on there, it's still stored that you've got that ticked as group. Look there. So that means when you show the scoreboard on the handsets, watch this, you should just be able to see on the devices on the right hand side that it's showing the grouped scores. Okay, so there's only, you can see there it's only showing less, whereas if I then go to there again, change that to off, and show the scores on there again, you can see it's showing more now because it's not. The same applies for the live screen as well. Live screen, let me get this right. I click this. That would be on a second screen, on your big screen in your pub or whatever. Now what that should be doing is showing them as individuals, whereas if we click that to grouped, then you show the live screen in the break with the scoreboard. It's now showing individuals all grey, Simple Minds in green, Comfortably Numb in purple. Does that make sense? Good, I'm glad it does. It can be used for different ways as well. You could be, it could just literally be that you decide, you ask everyone at the beginning, do you want to be on the the sporty team or the music fans team or the Harry Potter team or whatever, so you can get people to play against each other. Millions of ways you can do it. There is a limit on how many groups you're allowed at the moment. Let's have a look what that is. So we go there, where am I looking? Team grouping. So we've got Simple Minds and we've got Comfortably Numb. So then the named colours. So you've got 10. You can have 10 groups at the moment. You just rename them, whatever you want to call them. Instead of the yellows, you would call them whatever you want to call them, the Harry Potter group. So it might be the case that you don't let people join the little groups, but you just have like a Harry Potter team, Disney team, Star Wars team. I don't know, I'm boring myself now. Thanks for watching my groups. I'm going to do the same thing for the live shortly. See y'all laters.